Silence is the law of the plant kingdom. The barely audible cry of some bewildered animal far off. The piercing interruptions of a hidden bird. The vegetable world keeps up its low rustle until a storm churns up all the music of the earth.
The grandeur and majesty of the Western Ghats, its misty mountains, enticing deep valleys, the evergreen slopes and picturesque landscapes, its colorful and valiant people. This is Kodagu, the land of the Kodavas. Kodagu is one of the smallest districts of Karnataka, with an area of 4,040 square kilometers, of which 1,350 square kilometers are covered with reserve forests. The Brahmagiri hills, stretching to a height of 1,690 meters, constitute a natural barrier between Kodagu and Wayanad in northern Kerala. Kaveri, the most important river of Karnataka, originates in the Brahmagiri hills at a place called Tala Kaveri. As the story goes, sage Agastya was doing penance here when goddess Kaveri came out of his kamandal and flowed down as a river. After the monsoons, when the rivers and tanks are full, water overflows from this pond, and it is believed that goddess Kaveri has come for an annual visit. This occasion, which falls in October, is celebrated as Kaveri Sankramana Day. Close by, two other tributaries, Kanake and Sujoti, flow down a short course to join the Kaveri near the village Bhagamandala. People take a holy dip here on special occasions like Shivaratri. The length of the Kaveri is about 850 kilometers, and on its banks emerge towns like Mysore, Salem, Coimbatore, Trichy and Tanjavur. From a small rivulet, by the time it reaches the plains, how wide the river becomes. Forests cover the mountain range almost up to the summit. The flora of Kodagu is the same as that of the Western Ghats and the Nilgiris. The rosewood and teak are the most important trees. The heavy rains from the monsoons have now become unpredictable, and when they pour down, they often wash away the soil. This is because of extensive clearing of the forests and jungles. In the early days, these forests were famous hunting grounds. During the reign of the Kodagu Rajas, regular tiger hunts were organized annually, and the successful hunters were rewarded. The wildlife has now become almost extinct. The rocky and rugged terrain has created many magnificent waterfalls in Kodagu, which also feed the Kaveri. This is Abbey Falls, a few kilometers outside the town Madikeri. The streams and rivulets are diverted to irrigate fields and plantations. Extensive felling of trees has resulted in deforestation. Now, as a step towards afforestation, teak plantations are being encouraged. Tribals, the original inhabitants of these forests, work in the fields and plantations. Kudiyas, Kabat, Huliyas and Yerawas are the major tribes here.
ಕೊಡಗಿರ ನೇರಾನ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ನಂಗೆ ಕಿಟ್ಟು ಬಾಯನ ಅನ್ನೋದವರು ಓರಲಿ ಎಪ್ಪಿಕ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ಮಾತ್ರ.
Dr. Tulsi Devi, who has done extensive research on tribals of Kodagu, has collected a number of tribal utensils and artifacts. She says,
While doing my research on tribals, I came across a Dravidian oral epic called Bayana. It described the Yeravas, Kudiyas and Kodavas as the earliest inhabitants of Kodagu.
ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ಇಂಜೋ ತಗೊಂಡಂತನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ರ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನಿಂಗ ನೋಡ್ಸಂಗಿ ನಿಂಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಪ್ಪ. ಇದು ನಂಗಡ ಪಂಡೆತ್ರ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಪಟ್ಟಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಲಾಕ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಉಂಟು. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಟೋ ನಿಂಗ.
These pots are made of mud. This pot, known as Kudakala, is a pressure cooker. This has been in use for over 300 years. Some items belong to the non-metallic age. They are made out of cane, straw, stones and mud. These items give an idea of the early lifestyle of the tribals.
the Kodavas have been influenced by the rhythm and music of the tribals. The fields are in the valley plains and villages are on slopes. These slopes are preferred because it is cooler there and not so wet. They also utilize the uncultivable land. The settlements are scattered in the valleys. Agriculture is the main occupation of the Kodavas, and rice their staple food. In June, when the rains start, the Kodavas get ready for cultivation. Fruits, like mangoes, are the other traditional crops. In this horticultural institute in Chaitali, different types of mangoes, mandarin oranges, passion fruit, sapotas and other high-yielding varieties of fruit are being cultivated. Experiments on increasing the yield of spices like pepper and cinnamon are also undertaken by the Institute. Among the spices, pepper is the oldest and is still widely cultivated. It is the earliest known crop. Pepper is a plant of the humid tropics. It is grown mainly as a rain-fed crop. These green pods are of pepper. The climber of pepper is grown on the tree trunks. The plant starts yielding within 3 to 4 years. Pepper is used as a flavoring agent for foodstuffs and also as a carminative. In the early days, Europeans used pepper to preserve food for the winter, and it drew foreign traders to the Indian shores. Even today, more than half of the total foreign exchange earnings from spices are from pepper. Drip irrigation is being tried out on this farm in order to find ways of saving precious groundwater resources. The thick, shady forests are also ideal for cultivating another major cash crop, cardamom. Cardamom earns valuable foreign exchange for our nation. Of late, tea cultivation is being encouraged. The effort is to develop high-yielding variety tea plants so as to increase the use of hill slopes. Sprinklers are used in the nursery for the optimum utilization of water resources. The Horticultural Institute in Chitali has initiated beekeeping as a viable occupation in the area. The soil in this hilly area is ideal for coffee cultivation. Tracts of land have been cleared for coffee plantations. Around 1600 AD, Baba Budain Sahib is said to have popularized coffee cultivation in Karnataka through the 7 seeds of a wonderful plant which would serve them as food and drink. The Europeans became pioneers of coffee cultivation by the year 1850, and they were allotted land in Kodagu and other districts on a large scale to set up estates. Vast tracts of this land were turned into coffee plantations by the year 1882 in Kodagu. As a result, the Malanad area of Karnataka is the richest coffee-producing area in India. Today, most Kodagu families are proud owners of coffee gardens, some small, comprising a few acres only, and others hundreds of acres. In most cases, the plantations are in far-flung areas and have no immediate access to the outside world. In small and medium-sized plantations, the crops are looked after by a family of laborers who live in the plantation. In bigger estates, the workers are provided with single-room tenements. They are also provided with a creche to look after the children while they are at work. In some estates, like this one near Betagiri, there are primary schools for the children of plantation workers. Coffee curing has become the major industry near Kushalnagar, about 30 kilometers away from Madikeri. The coffee seeds are first dried and taken to the curing centers. The seeds are sorted according to size in machines. Electronic equipment is used to grade the seeds. However, old techniques and manual labor have not been abandoned. The Coffee Board, set up in 1941 in Bangalore, has a virtual monopoly on the coffee cultivation and sales. The sorted seeds are auctioned by the Coffee Board. Madikeri, the district headquarters, has the largest market. All the agricultural products of this area come to this market. Kodavas worship nature. Each bane or forest has a presiding god. Temples and holy places are situated in the scenic environs where devotees come face to face with the serenity of nature. The temple at Bhagamandala is located near the river Kaveri at the foot of the Brahmagiri hills. The architecture of Bhagamandala temple has multiple roofs, as in Kerala's temple architecture. There are many small shrines dedicated to different gods inside. On festive occasions, people assemble at the temple and perform dances. In the Umatatta, a harvest dance, Mother Kaveri stands amidst her devotees who sing her praises. The Raja seat was built by the Rajas of Kodagu on top of a hill in Madikeri to spend their evenings and view the spectacular sunset here. Nature has been generous to the Kodagu land. Its mountains and valleys, wrapped in swirls of clouds, bestow a beauty to this land, which is breathtaking. This is the land of the brave.